they are still in it for the challenge series, and that's going to be the most important one because that is where the grand prize is on the line. Stick around to find out because this is going to be game number 2, and Miracle Gaming on the blue side and Alva 8 going to be on the red side. And seems like it is going to be the Archive Jungle once again having a very difficult time for game number 1. Game 2, this time without the Franco as well as the ADIF. Hopefully, he will have a little bit of a better situation to be in.
Yeah, there's lesser ways to stop him. No Purify on Miracle Gaming, so you're less worried about, the heavy spin just completely being useless in a lot of these team fights. But of course, Miracle Gaming able to secure that some early lane presence and river presence to the bottom side. We see that Xavier with the circle also stopping Vinsmoke from getting any sort of engage. This is kind of the scenario that you want to see out of Miracle Gaming, and Alva 8 they are going to try though. Vinsmoke just goes in, contesting this orange buff, but Miracle Gaming himself is going to stop it. Can they win the retry wall again this time? Yes, they do. Zion gets the buff.
Oh my goodness, this is going to be the disengage coming from Alva 8. We've seen this happen from game number 1. It was hit and miss. They didn't exactly work out for Alva 8 considering they've lost their bodies for this, but this time they're calling everybody to start the fight. Zion, however, very early heavy spin being expended to get a pickoff, however, is not going to get himself a kill. Meanwhile, Miracle Gaming once again in a very awkward spot. Vinsmoke just harassing this Ruby, and smart enough, Ruby not using the passive abilities to move, preventing those mini stunts is gonna help you survive this. Meanwhile, Aaron Shiki is gonna get completely punished, and that's gonna be first blood for Soul Sataru.
A bit of a desync with that dive. Soul Sataru couldn't kill that wave fast enough, so they had to end up giving Zucarian away. And it was first blood. Well, it wasn't first blood for Alva 8 at least, but Alva 8 they do get the turtle. So Miracle Gaming, a bit of that missed timing nonetheless. Though you're able to slow down Aaron Shiki. Would have been better if Aaron Shiki actually didn't get the kill in return. Now Vinsmoke contesting the purple buff again. Zucarian is very far behind Zion. He's looking for another retry steal. Miracle Gaming doing his best to keep Zion in place, and the purple buff I think might have gotten stolen. Zucarian pinned to the wall, can't even use his skills. Zion gets an easy kill.
Exactly. This is huge for Alva. This is the game plan they wanted to do from game number 1. Didn't exactly go well for them, but this time, with the right circumstances, they've got the driver's seat in their favor, and it's actually allowing them to do what's intended. This time, they will have a huge margin of lead to actually try and make an attempt at this. Meanwhile, Miracle Gaming, they have to play a little bit slow because you can see constant invade towards the jungle. They want to make sure that Zucarian doesn't have the good time right now. They know for a fact that he has been the core annoying player from game number 1, and this time, they are going to go in for the base. They're calling Prime Hashi a big shift and really coming in. And also the I'm offended. They catch up Valentina, but however, Alora flickers out of that. He's going to be A-okay. And Miracle Gaming, they have expended every single thing and they got nothing for it.
Yeah, the saving grace is that Zucarian secured his orange buff, but he is, again, a level behind Zion. Prime Hashi getting forced back by Jirachi as well. Like you pointed out, Alva 8 basically got out scot-free with absolutely no loss.
Oh, this is tough. This is very tough indeed. Corrosion Scythe already purchased up on Aaron Shiki, so he's gonna scale a little bit more with this mask off. However, Prime Hashi opting the Chieftain's rate once again. But the top side, they do get another kill on Aaron Shiki despite his itemizations. This is not looking good. He doesn't have shoes as well, so that means he is all glass cannon. And aside from that, this is gonna be easy pickings. However, I'm Feta comes in, could not sync up with the Tyrant's Revenge, so that is gonna be the disengage coming in. Do they want to force it? I don't think so.
And I just want to say, that's the second time in a row that Aaron Shiki lost a 1v1 to Soul Satoru. So, something that Alva has to be really careful about. They are invading the purple buff once more. Prime Hashi, 1 versus 1 down bot. Vinsmoke gets the engage off. They will try to get Miracle Gaming MY out of the way, pinning him into the wall. They just need a bit of more damage with the final finishing touch, and they get it. Zion finds that kill, and now he's looking to get out of this one, but he gets locked down. Zion gets traded back. Killing spree for the Melissa, and in the meantime, Turtle secured by Zucarian.
Yeah, this is huge for Miracle Gaming. They needed to find this opportunity to actually get a kill off this, but Alva 8, they overcommitted to stay. Like, they had the right knockdown and pin down, but it was just the wrong target. In this case, killing off Miracle Gaming is not exactly the most ideal situation. It allowed the Xavier to get free frame. It allowed Soul Soldier to get free hits all the way through, which kind of forced them in a very awkward position. And because of this, now the marksman Soul Sataru is 3-0-0 compared to Aaron Shiki is only 1-2-1. And as of yet, this is actually gonna help Miracle Gaming scale a little bit better compared to the later stage game. However, the economy-wise is still pretty 50-50, so anything can still happen this stage of the game.
And I just want to say that they committed people onto the top lane and they still lost the Moskov. At least they will get the Ruby, right? No, they can't get him. They committed both Eliora and Vinsmoke and they still lost the Moskov.
Oh, feels bad for Energy. I'm not gonna lie, he just doesn't have the mobility to survive this. Even that, the lockdowns coming from Miracle Gaming, once they catch you, it's nearly impossible to get out of it because of the Savior's stun as well as the Ruby. It's just so very difficult for the game to actually get out. And as of yet, this is pretty much a lost cause for the gold lane for Alva 8. Meanwhile, Miracle Gaming, they will find a little bit of glimmer hope. Zion looking for the wraparound as well. The catch coming in from him is gonna force him out. Zukarian is going to steal the orange buff away. Now they're going to be forced to fight the issue, but now here comes from the back lines. Jirachi snipes off the roamer, and he's going to back off Windsmoke wherever, down towards the lowest health. It will also be traded off by Miracle Gaming.
They committed the whole team only to kill a tank. Now that bottom lane is open, Prime Haji is going to get the tier 1 for free. Middle lane also getting pressure as well. Alva 8 forced to defend this turret, and they lose side lane control. Miracle Gaming once more just winning that macro game.
Yeah, Prime Hashi is just, you know, forced to actually just split push all the way through. So far off, he's setting up for the Lord down, the turtle down bottom, which is going to give them a little bit more upper edge, especially when Zukarian needs those level spikes. And as soon as I say this, Prime Hashi finally picks off the pesky Alora, finally dying for a second time, and now transitioning for a tier 2 in their favor as they continue to scale against Alva 8.
We not only are witnessing a macro masterpiece from Miracle Gaming, they to a certain extent are winning individual lanes as well, right? I guess we see a very clear goal lane gap. The Moskov completely shut down, and now with all tier 1s destroyed, he has so less space to work with, but heavy spin used, trying to at least isolate the Ruby, but Miracle Gaming MY has the flicker, gets out.
Oh, nice attempt there coming for Alva 8. However, it's just not enough as well because they need the damage output. And currently, Aaron Shiki just doesn't have the damage to do so. And Vinsmoke, he's got all this perfect setup to set up for the team. But Miracle Gaming, they are very quick to respond to this. Prime Hashi gonna be playing a bit slow. It all comes down to the next engagement. And this, as of now, is gonna be very difficult to do so because Zukarian is starting to scale a little bit harder towards this game compared to Zion now.
And he has completely recovered from all those effort for nothing. And oh no, Arashiki!
Oh no, not like this.
Oh no, caught out in the brush. Half a second made so much difference. Tier 2 is going to go down. Prime Hashi is zoning out the rest of Alva 8. Vinsmoke is looking for an engage, misses, and now he's caught in between. They will pull him back, trying to taunt him for a while. He's immobilized, locked down, rooted. Prime Hashi in the forefront. Jirachi forced to retreat as well, but Alva 8 just cannot do anything.
Yeah, there's just so much sustain on this Ruby as well, and it's Alva 8, they need to find the perfect lockdown catch, and it's every single time Zion tries to make an attempt, Miracle Gaming is very smart in their position to just completely dodge the fight. They know for a fact that it's just not worth it trying to force a situation where it kind of benefits Alva 8 a little bit more in terms of AoE control, CCs, etc. So even though they do have the damage to fight it, but it's just not worth the risk if everyone gets pinned by the heavy spin. As long as the heavy spin doesn't catch them off, they're going to be good. In this case, Zion going to be completely bullied out in this Lord contest, and just like that, they will just completely lose Lord control. However, saving grace coming for Alva 8 is going to be trading tier 1 down bottom instead.
And Jirachi getting something done. And Miracle Gaming will have to reset that wave down bot, but in the grand scheme of things, they are in prime control. 3,000 gold advantage with the Lord in hand. Very much in the driver's seat, looking at that 2-0 sweep. And Alva 8, like you pointed out, Darren, I mean, Zion, just very hard for him to finally engage. Xavier making life complicated. And with on top of that, Moskov needs so much more time. Miracle Gaming is just not giving him the space.
Yeah, he's got the shoes, he's looking for the DHS, but even with that, it's going to be very, very difficult because as of yet, Sosataru is looking for that 4-item progression, and this is difficult if you think about it. And now with the Lightning Truncate up on Loria, I don't think it's that much of an impact considering that it is a Valentina. It's not that great of a damage boost compared to a Xavier, whereas this Xavier right now for Shiro is already way past beyond the damage as well. He's looking for the Enchanted Talisman purchase later on as well. Once that comes up, this Xavier is going to be popping Dawning Lights all the way through, and hopefully somehow Alva 8 is going to be able to bounce back for this fight because with the Lords crashing in, perfect synchronization coming from Miracle MY. He's going to put them in awkward spot. Zion, looking for the heavy spin. He has to sustain to do so. He's going to be fine. But with smoke, he gets a big catch, but there's no fallout. Instantly gets taunted, instantly gets bursted down. They almost lose Jirachi. Jirachi needs to survive this. No, he will not. And they will lose a 3-for-1 exchange, while Miracle Gaming will also continue their assault in Tier 3, looking for a potential fight in the Crystal. Do they get it? It seems like they do not want to take the risk in this engagement.
I just want to say, Vinsmoke jumps in, instantly gets pulled back by Miracle Gaming. MY taunted. While that was happening, Prime actually just leaps to the backline and assassinates the Moskov. You don't see that happening often. Miracle Gaming now have the numbers advantage, they have the space, mid inhibitor also taken out. This is just textbook Mobile Legends gameplay. I mean, as a Moskov, you are already 1-4 before that fight, and you see Alapu just leaping past the tier 3 and just dunks on you. That's how you know the game has completely spiraled out of control. Alva 8 needs a stabilizer, but it really has to come from a godly engage, and even that, the best possible engage has been negated.
Yeah, Aaron Shiki is just not having the time of his life at all. He's just 2k behind the Melissa, who's currently 5-0-3, looking for the final item progression as well. And once that, I think it's going to be the winds of nature. I don't think Aaron Shiki can actually shut him down. In this case, the DHS already finding purchase for Aaron Shiki. I don't think it's going to be enough. They make an attempt onto his Prime Hashi, but do they even have to fall off the dude? True, it seems like they would not. Dawning Light comes in, it's going to scare him off. Winsmoke is trying to steer life to actually set out a fight, but Appraisal Wrath comes in.
Zion?
He won't get focused out, but Black Lions finally, they won't get a little bit of a glimmer of hope, but Miracle Gaming just doing so much more damage, is so much a hit. Aaron Shiki finally gets his job done, but at the same time, it took him almost nearly forever, but he somehow still survives the pickup one by one, finally giving a little bit of space to do his job, and Alva 8, they managed to equalize the score.
That is the neutralizer we've been looking for. Zion, full patience, waits for Miracle Gaming to shows up, finally gets the heavy spin that he's been looking for his entire series, pinning down Soul Satoru and allowing Aaron Shiki to really go to town, and now they will be able to get this Lord. Miracle Gaming have no way to contest this, no retribution. They will try with the Dawning Light, Miracle Gaming and MY showing some presence, but just no retribution for this one. Alva 8 able to stabilize the game state.
Yep, good fight there coming from Alva 8. Aaron Shiki has been struggling all the way through, but the moment he had his DHS, he finally has just the right amount of damage to chip Zukarin away. So that's a little bit of a big win for them. But as soon as this happened, Miracle Gaming, from what seems to be a very dominant performance, just completely shattered. And let's take a look at the instant replay they're talking about as well, because this replay right here was a little bit awkward, because it seems like Alva 8, they had the initial engagement, but Winsmoke was buying so much time. But as soon as they all clumped in, Zion was able, like you said as well, to completely isolate the fight into two and allowed Aaron Shiki free reign to poke through all this fight to actually win the fight at all.
Yeah, and Jirachi also helped out as well, right? He dashed in with the final blow Electro into a Petrify. So you need just one more fight like that, and they might have found his Zukarin pinned to the wall, completely disintegrate. Shiro also goes down in the process. Alva 8 has come back in this game, finally in the lead for the very first time in the series, looking to get more Prime Hashi, looking that flicker pull the Jirachi, wants to get out, but no, so Satoru finds that kill, but Alva 8 still have the advantage. All the waves are synced in. Aaron Shiki looking for an inhibitor turret, should be able to find it up top. Miracle Gaming MY making there in time to prevent any sort of structure getting destroyed, but Alva 8 have basically clawed their way back.
Yeah, Prime Hashi almost dying to the glowing one stick on Elora on top of it all. So it was still a nail-biting fight coming from Miracle Gaming, but Alva 8 is now feeling a little bit more confident now, considering that they do have the Moskov finally back online. And this is very important for them, because the biggest objective right now is that if, as long as Aaron Shiki survives, they are going to be able to take some sort of fight. But if Miracle MY catches him, they're done for. Ivan now wants to use the heavy spin to disengage. He's getting a little bit greedy with this purple bomb as he steals.
What? No!
The spear coming from Shiki, stealing the purple bomb. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Some things are just not meant to be. Miracle Gaming, if you're taking hints right now, start to be aware. Alva 8, they're doing things are turning in their favor.
What is going on?
And one of the prime issues that was Alva 8 didn't have enough damage to kill off the front lines of Miracle Gaming in the first, 10 minutes. But now they have that damage. Now you can actually capitalize on that heavy spin. And Alva 8 are taking more control of the map. Only 25 seconds until the next Lord. They're going to face check this one. Prime Haji, be careful though. Miracle Gaming coming in from the side as well. Two-man taunt with the Eye of Bandit. Vinsmoke trying to get away. Jirachi also dropping low. Both the XP laner walking out with a slither of health, but Zukarin doesn't have the HP. Zayan, he's coming out from the side. They managed to root him down just for a while. Alva A looking for any sort of avenue. Zayan not able to pin anyone to the wall. Miracle Gaming gets out.
Oh, that was so close. Miracle Gaming, if they did not have the conceal play, they would have just died then and there. But fortunately for them, they were able to disengage from that fight. But nevertheless, right now, Aaron Shiki has got both the orange as well as purple buff. This is going to put this Moskov in a situation where he's going to get free attacks all the way through. But as soon as I say that, he does lose his buff. So he's going to be making one of the Lord. Miracle Gaming, they just got the full reset in. They have to force a fight. But this Moskov making quick work onto it. As well as Zayan doing a fantastic job zoning them out. But eventually Winsmoke from behind looking for the push. He's trying to bait Miracle Gaming back. And it seems like they are going to be taking the bait.
Hashi looking for the back line. They actually found a Moskov again. That is the guy that should not go down, but they might be damaged though. Miracle Gaming and Soul Satoru, they both went down. The Benedetta coming right through Veliora. Alva Ace salvaging that fight. Could have been a disaster. Now they are back on the Lord.
Oh my goodness, that seems to be a very close one indeed. Dawning Light connects as well, not getting the kill. He needs a little bit more. But Alva 8 once in a very, very awkward position. Now in a even better position because now the face check coming from Prime Hashi is going to cost him his life. And Miracle Gaming, the 3-man down. Alva 8 going to go for a little bit more fight. Jirachi pops the immortality and he is going to be able to respond in towards this fight. And Miracle Gaming going to be losing out in so much damage. Jirachi getting the Brute Force Breastplate. This is where Miracle Gaming will lose out in terms of damage output, just like that. What seems to be a favorable game now starting to turn into a disaster for Miracle Gaming.
Jirachi is going to be very happy with this game state. Finally get to play Mobile Legends the way he wanted as a Benedetta. Getting the most important kill in that game as well. You know, taking out Soul Satoru, who is the prime damage dealer of the team. Zayan face checking this brush, but no damage from Miracle Gaming. They have to defend the base.
Oh, this is tough. This is tough indeed, but you hate to see it, especially for Miracle Gaming fans. But as of yet, Alva 8 has got to be counting their lucky stars. This is the lower brackets elimination for you guys, man. All decks, all the cards faced up, but speak of the devil, Sukaria now going to get caught up with the heavy speed. Do they have the damage? Yes, they do. They pick him up, but however, a big control, so Sotaro just shuts him back down, takes down Winsmoke, scares off Jirachi. They will somehow hold on. Dawning Light doesn't connect once again, but they still need to defend against the Lord. Alva 8, they're trying to make the best out of a sticky situation. Zayan dropped out pretty low. Can they get more? No, they cannot. They just do not have the conditions to do so.
Thankfully for Prime Hashi, securing that kill with the Chieftain's Rage, but they still lost 2 inhibitor turrets. So all things considered, Alva 8 getting a better trade as well, and Jirachi throughout all that fight didn't even bother joining. He cuts that bot wave, takes the bot inhibitor, and now this is the worst case scenario for Miracle Gaming. You have them inhibitor turret, but your side lanes are going to get continuously pushed in as the Lord will spawn in the next 70 seconds. Alva 8 have gotten full map control.
Oh, this is huge for Shiro right now. He just got his Divine Glaive. This is where the Xavier will start to hurt a little bit more. He was lacking in terms of damage multiple times with this Dawning Light, but with this final Divine Glaive, hopefully it is going to be enough to scare off Alva 8. But like I said as well, the bigger objective for Miracle Gaming to win this fight is to make sure that Aaron Shiki gets taken out first. If he survives, there's no hope for Miracle Gaming. So they need to find an opportunity for this right now. And hopefully, with the Xavier Dominant Light, it is going to get Aaron Shiki low enough for kill threshold for them to allow to make the jump. But it's going to be tough. Because as of yet, look at Winsmoke's position. He is in a very awkward angle, but he is going to be looking to punish Soul Satoru as much as they can. However, the hook comes in, Heavy Spin will be expended, but it's all been a bait from Alva 8. Dawning Light comes in, finally scouts out a couple members from Alva 8, but that seems to be the disengagement coming from Miracle Gaming.
Alva 8 needs to buy time for the Heavy Spin to come back up, and Jirachi is doing exactly that. He's going to shove that top wave as the Lord spawns. Miracle Gaming, they're looking for control, but they're not going to find anything. Prime Hashi needs to be careful. They're going to use the conceal right into the brush and the counter conceal, but the flicker forward, they're going to taunt! That is the fight! That is Aaron Shiki gone! Miracle Gaming making the god call of this game, but they need to make haste. Look at the top wave. Jirachi has shoved it in. They force Karen to recall. They cannot contest this ball, but they snipe Finsmoke across the map. Now Jirachi, he has to join the fight. Terrify is used as well. Jirachi from the back. Can he get final blow? Lexo completely whiffing. Prime in the front. Lord getting engaged on. Miracle Gaming keeping Alva 8 far away from this objective. Zukarin is walking there with the Retribution. Dotting Light used again. Prime Hashi doing a fantastic job. Miracle Gaming back in the game with this Lord.
This is exactly what they needed as well. It's a go time for Miracle Gaming. They found Aaron Shiki, and because of that, Alva 8 now has no choice but to buy time. But for how long? Shiki for them now is 5 seconds on the sidelines. Lord's going to be pushing in. He's going to be A-okay. It's not the end of the road. They still got a lot of room with. However, if you are Miracle Gaming's fans, this is something that I think it's the most beneficial situation here. Now, Alva 8, they're forced to go for immortalities and switch up to survive this, because anyone past 20 minutes, if they die, it's over. Heavy Spin being expended right now as well. They catch one, but do they finish off Miracle Gaming and why? They burn out the first immortality. Can he get the kill? Yes, they can, and now they bounce back 4v5. Miracle Gaming is going to be pushed back.
That is the immortality gone. That is Ruby out for 45 seconds. Alva 8 have a huge window. Push that mid-wave in, clear out the side lanes. They even kept that top inhibitor turret healthy. So Karen, you've got to be really careful right now. Alva 8 able to stabilize the game. Basically, Miracle Gaming, all they got was a neutralizer. No advantage out of that one. Zion very far forward. Zukarin also forced to relinquish control of their own jungle. Alva 8 back in the driver's seat. All the lanes are pushing in.
Yeah, despite having the Divine Glaive up on Shiro, it feels like he's not doing enough in the final item. It seems like Aaron Shiki does have the Athena shield alongside with Zion, so this is going to put Aaron Shiki in a very awkward position. He has a sustains, but does he have the damage? But it seems like they might have as well, because now here comes the attack. They get a nice taunt on Jirachi. He goes for the Iron Fire, gets out. Prime Hashi tries to re-engage as well. Vinsmoke completely misses the Tyrant Rage. However, Shiki, he's left alone. He got caught out, and the rest of the team completely bailed out on the side. He tried to go for a snake as well, but no, it's not going to be enough. Miracle Gaming, they take him out. 54 seconds on the sidelines, and this time Alva 8 will be pushed back as Miracle Gaming is going to hold on. Malefic Raw switch-ups for the side of Aaron Shiki, but his mistake was his positioning, and Miracle Gaming was able to capitalize and punish that.
Try to explain this to me, friend. Why was Aaron Shiki in that position of all places on the map? I struggle to understand the train of thoughts, but thankfully they had all the ways pushed in, so not a lot was lost. All they relinquished was a bit of map control. Aaron Shiki will be back up in time, but you cannot make mistakes like that as a Moskov. You cannot leave yourself in the open. The team retreated, but Aaron Shiki stayed in the line of sight of a Ruby. I mean,
it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough, but as of yet, Shiki now 2 seconds on the sidelines. They push back to the base of Alva 8. However, Miracle Gaming, they have to play the safe approach. They've got all the lanes shoved in, but the Lord is going to be up and coming from both sides. Alva does have a lot of immortalities up, so Miracle Gaming, they cannot afford to commit to this fight, knowing that if they make one wrong move, it's it for them. While Alva 8 has got the biggest defense right now, so Totaro just got his reset on his immortality, but that's only 1 against 4 coming from Alva 8, so it's just not worth it. Keeping the lane check is going to be the way to go, but guess what? Pay attention to the minimap. It seems like they're looking to have Aaron Shiki potentially snipe the crystal away from Miracle Gaming, and they realize that this is potentially happening. They concede Lord control, and they are going to be forced to back out for now.
One thing to note is that Aaron Shiki has no immortality because he got caught in the base just now. So if he gets caught one more time, he is gone. He only has the Trunket to keep him alive. Now a potential engage from Vinsmoke. Can they at least get a pickup? Yes, they do onto Miracle Gaming. Heavy spin used as well. Aaron Shiki dealing with that mid-wave. Miracle Gaming, do they still want to continue this fight? There's no opening. Less than a minute for Miracle Gaming to come back to life. Alva 8 have all the things that they need to get this Lord.
Oh, this 24 minutes Luminous Lord is going to be very difficult to mow down. They still have an opportunity, but they just didn't want to risk it. They've got more immortalities, but finally Miracle Gaming, they say they've got 3 immortalities to contest this, and they may consider fighting this as well. Zukarin waiting for a right time on his first start as well. Dotting Light connects on 3, but it's not huge enough. But here, Jirachi starting with Electro final blow. He gets hunted out as well. He might actually die. That's going to be the first immortality burned out as well. He finally goes down in the hands of Melissa. He gets 1. He's looking for a second one. However, he's going to be Allura that shuts him down. Dotting Light doesn't finish off Vinsmoke, but the Lord still standing with 10 HP left. But on the bottom lane, we do see a contest from Aaron Shiki. They might lose the Lord, but they're holding for the dear life. Zukarin doesn't have the retribution, but he messes it up. And it's going to be stolen by Zion as well. He might lose his life, and he will lose his life. Well, Alva 8 takes 4 for 1. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Aaron Shiki tried his best to rat the crystal. Unfortunately, didn't work out in their favor because in the midst of all this confusion, Miracle Gaming will have to defend and split their focus. But with this play, 3v2, everyone's on the sidelines. Do they have the damage to break through the crystal with half HP left? The Lord knocking in. Miracle Gaming's got to throw bodies for this as well. With Shiro dropping a couple HPF. It feels like they need to find a way to stop this aggression, and it's going to be a very difficult defense.
Yeah, 10 seconds for Sosatoru. But I don't know if they have enough though. Vinsmoke, he's just got to keep Shiro away. Eliora, he's looking at something. Dawning Light is used as well. Miracle Gaming, MY, he has the immortality. He's going to come back to life, but they will start knocking at the crystal. There's just not enough damage to stop this one. Alva 8 clawing back from the jaws of elimination to take game number 2. And I just want to put it out there. Miracle Gaming, remember